Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this shit going. All right. So, something about the masks. All right, that mask was looked at. Did I look at the other masks? Maybe that's it. I don't remember necessarily pointing the camera at them. Even though you think they'd show up underneath the blue. But maybe they wouldn't for some reason. Okay, yeah, and then there was this mask, which I thought I had looked at. Okay. So that has to be 2 out of 3 of them. Dang, homie Sleazy. How is she hanging, brah? True. 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 Okay, so I did get that. And I did get that. Now, why in the world? Probably gonna have to bulb a video. Every time there's something like this where I'm like, okay, this by all means should be working now. I then watch a video of someone doing it, and then it's just like, it's literally like I just looked in a minuscule, like, wrong place. Like, just like I'm slightly off or something. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I have no clue. All right, let's see. Fatal frame, mask of the lunar eclipse. Long way. Okay. Did I not beat those games on stream? Thought I did. Did I just beat the first one? Then I got frustrated and I stopped because I probably got frustrated. Okay, so it goes in there. Well, it does sound like me. Okay. Okay, is the thing off of this one? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Absolutely worth it. You're gonna get there. 1 million. 1 mil points. You're gonna destroy the economy here with your big ol' money ball. You know, maybe I missed a mask, because that's mask 1. I'm just very worried that this is a glitch and I'm not going to be able to finish the game. That would suck so much. Also, hello, everybody. I don't remember if that mask had a marker on it. Maybe it didn't. And I can't step outside, can I? No. This is just like my adventure with Mr. Sliced Ham. My good day night is good day night. I'm just so excited tomorrow's Thursday. God. I'm done with the week, that's for sure. I want to be done with the week, and I'm glad that it's the week end is going strong. Okay, yeah, I must have missed a mask earlier in a different spot. That would actually make more sense, because if that was 1 and 2, and then there's probably a third one around here that I missed earlier. Yeah, that's just like a regular mask. Ooh, what you say? Oh my god, it's right there. Of course it is. I must complete Soetsu's work. Oh. Rude. There we go. You know, sometimes well, not sometimes, I do it so often where I'm like, okay, what is the solution to this problem? And most of the time I just need to like look around. I can't tell if you're joking or not, which if you're not, that's so awesome. What am I doing? Is this the right door? No, it's the other one. Okay. Which is funny because this is the fourth one I've played. It'd be one thing if it's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm in the middle of a second game, but the fact that it's the fourth one is what makes it very, very funny. Falcon Punch. I just understood why it's called Super Smash Bros. Because it's a gay porn. I read something in a book that my wife wanted me to read with her, and it got me so angry that I had to stay up late. There are masks on the shelves. They are all exquisitely made and almost have a sense of life about them. One of them has a patterned piece of paper attached to it. This old-fashioned score represents musical notes as moons. It's a note from Muka's father. The entrance to the temple of Tsukiyomi, where the rite of descent is performed, is closed and entry is forbidden. A certain moon sound must be played in order to open the temple, but it has been lost to history. However, I found an old music score in the Hayabara archives. They said that they used Professor Aso's camera obscura to reconstruct the score from the burned remains of a document. Okay. There's a piece of paper with a diagram on it. Cool. Books and documents about mask making lie scattered on around the desk. It looks like something left behind by Ruka's father. Dr. Hayabara has been asking why the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse brought about the Day of Tranquility. The answer is simple. The Mask of the Lunar Eclipse forged by Suetsu caused the vessel to blossom because he failed to create it perfectly and it activated forbidden areas of the mind. The true Mask of the Lunar Eclipse causes the vessel to lose all self and become void for a time, during which the depths of the mind open the spirit road. The path to the origin of souls, the hallowed realm, will be open. By reaching the hallowed realm, the soul of the vessel, which had become as naught, returns from naught again. Dr. Hayabara has already performed many experiments to see how the wearing of masks affects the mind. I think I'll ask him to assist me in forging the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. What reason could he have to refuse me? You know, I was looking up some stuff about masks to see, like, when the practice, like, sort of went out of style, and it's like, it was all because Europeans said that masks were barbaric and whatever, and that, but the original people were making masks in like 9000 BC, which is just awesome. Like, what a cool thing that humans just do, like, instinctively. They're like, I'm just gonna make a little mask, you know? I think it'll be really fun. And I like that. I like that us monkey guys were like, yep, we're gonna just we are gonna put some shit on our face and we're gonna call it a religious ceremony. After we take some sap from a tree that gets us super fucked up. Like, we're discovering masks and drugs and, you know, so much stuff before we, like, discover how to read or write. Like, that's fucking awesome. They all really had so much potential. Huh. Then we figured out how to weaponize it, true. Hello, Lucis. How's the lose, sisses? Was there anything over here? I don't think I even checked this area out. Oh, no, it's locked now. Okay. That Lucis sussing. You know, something that's really funny, that shooter guy had come in before, and I'm pretty sure we had gotten on the exact same subject, and I'm like, okay, we gotta cut this off, because I cannot talk about Boruto. I will never say anything pleasant about Boruto, so it's like the rule of, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Yep, Shooter McGavin. He came in here, actually. Where was I supposed to be going? Do I do it on the piano? Yeah, but I just, again, the whole thing is like, why are there aliens? Like, it just, and from what I remember reading, it doesn't hint at that. Like, it's not even a slight hint at that. Like, not even remotely hinting at it. Like, I'm almost 99% positive that the author did not know that he was going to end the story with that until he got to Madara. Which, like, the setup for Madara was super good. Like, that was introduced at the very beginning of the story, pretty much. Like, I was taken away during the Kagura that day. Down here. Deep down. Which Akira Toriyama did that shit all the time too. So I can't say that, like, that makes him a bad writer. So deep. But, like, still, it is what it is, you know? We all just have to accept that's what he did. Yeah, instead it's in episode 650. Whoa! Hell yeah, I got a double kill. Ah, shit! Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Ah, you little cunts. Okay, what happened there? I clearly took the photo. How many more of you fucking children are there gonna be? So is there 5? Because that would actually track for how many kids there were at the time. Yes, absolutely. I'm 100% with you, Loses, that you can. I mean, I guess it depends on, you know, how many stories you've seen. Because, like, there's lots of media that has plot twists that people are like, that plot twist was so great. But they only liked it because there was a twist, and not necessarily for, like, the entire value of the actual. Like, does it actually contribute to the rest of the story? Like you're just saying, like, are you rewarded, you know, for paying attention? Like, is it something that could have been guessed? And some people in their media, they don't like that they could guess it. And that, I think, is kind of weird. I think that you should have a hint of the ending. It's like in a murder mystery where, like, the plot twist is that the guy used magic. And it's like, okay, magic wasn't pre-established in this world. So what the hell is that about? Like, you can't, like, if that's the trick at the end, is that there was something that you were not aware of, then it's like, well, that's not really cool, man. And again, if you do it in the middle, and then it's like, okay, so then the rest of the medium is like, okay, then we're dealing with a world that has more in it. But to go from the fact that this world has chakra to, like, that, which is already, there's already fantastical elements in it, but to go from that to being like, oh yeah, and you're all descended from God or not God or whatever, I don't know. Just, yeah, Lydia. I mean, Lydia, good twist for me is the again, Sixth Sense is such an easy one to go to, because it's like, oh, will you get rewarded? Like, the twist, it twists it in front of you, but it really corrects your view on what you were already watching, instead of just taking, like, a hard left turn. Like, you just teleported to a different room. Like, if you just get teleported to a different planet, then it's like, okay, well, that wasn't really a twist. This is just like a separate story that you just found a weird bridge for. This is specifically talking about Naruto. I don't know. Like, I can't even think of another story that did that in that same way that I would actually complain about. Because, like, even Attack on Titan, when they talk about time travel, it's like, okay, like, you can be annoyed that time travel is introduced, and that is a twist, but it does, within the world that it sets its rules up in, does make sense for things that happened previously. Does it kind of suck? Yes, but, like, the specific, yeah, the specific thing when it comes to Naruto is, like, so disorientating. Globes of the moon patterns are arranged on the altar. Is this the moon organ? Yeah. I need to recenter this. Oh, there we go. It sounds like some sort of mechanism was triggered. Well, Liddy, you know what you would probably like is webtoons and manga, because they will not fucking stop with the time loops. They will never stop with the time loops. For the love of God. The writing, the modern, oh boy, like, it just will not stop. There are so many fucking time loop stories. I just, literally every other story. Either reincarnation, because someone dies and then they go back to fix whatever, however they died, or that they're looping in time, or that there's, that the plot twist, I guess, happens pretty fast, because usually it's like the plot twist is how they died and they figure it out. Yeah, returner stories, like, oh my god. Talk about fucking annoying. I'm dying without coming back after hearing that. I mean, literally, it's actually crazy. And like a lot of those ones are very slop. Like, let's see, let me pull this up. Most ridiculous light novel returner story titles. Let's see, what do we got? I'm a high school boy and a successful light novel author, but I'm being strangled by a female classmate who's a voice actress and is younger than me. Oh, that's not exactly what I was thinking of. I know this is 2 years old, but I found one that is literally 3 sentences. Exiled in a class trial for poor dexterity because he was dexterous, he lived on his own. Because of his dexterity, he was able to use all the skills and magic the higher ranks, making him invincible. I decided to live on my own, but the people around me wouldn't leave me alone. That's a hell of a title. Okay, here's one. American Reincarnation, Love Alliance. America was expelled to another world and reincarnated as a blonde-haired girl, along with Japan, and headshot monsters with her gun's summon skill? What? The Earth's in danger, and you want us to go back? Oh, too late. Die. Oh, hey, Neptune. I don't remember much, so don't feel offended that I don't remember specifics on you, Neptune, but, it sounds AI generated, but like they literally. Okay, here's a long one. I have to read this out loud. My life is just as okay. This is. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got a lot of shorts created. Also, the YouTube chat doesn't pop up, so there is someone in the YouTube chat. I'm not just talking to myself. Which show is that, Lucis? I am a little crazy. Okay, but I have to read this title because it's so long, and then they say it's an actual. This is the title. This is the title of the light novel. My life is just as wrong as I expected after traveling to another world where I'm surrounded by cute girls at a magical high school and am also the fabled hero of legend. But before I tell you that story, I have to tell you this story, in which I was walking along with my unbelievably impossibly cute younger sister who doesn't like me at all, and she said to me if it was my fault she wasn't popular no matter how she looked. We walked to school together, and we stopped to look at a garden which had a flower whose name I don't remember, when suddenly a portal opened up to another world, and when I landed in a field and my face was buried in the largest pair of boobs I'd ever seen, and my sister hit me and called me an idiot while blushing. But then the girl I landed on saw the birthmark on my hand and gasped, and she grabbed my hand and I blushed, but she started dragging me away and my sister got mad and chased after us. And I asked where we were going, and she said she was taking us to a Grimheart magical school where she was the school president. And then I gasped because I was now in a magical world, and when we got to the school, which is now a giant castle, I asked the girl what her name was. She said it was Akane Yusha, which I thought was a tad strange since she had blonde hair and blue eyes, and the entire aesthetic of the school seemed very ancient European. But I forgot about all that when she told me we needed to see the headmaster because she had been taught that the mark on my hand was the symbol of the reincarnation of the legendary dragon hero of legendary literature. And I said that was a cool thing to be taught because at our school, the only book we learned was Atlas Shrugged. And she asked what that was. And I told her I was the book our society based its philosophy on a speech from. And she asked me to recite the speech, which I did. And the speech went, "For 12 years, you had been asking..." That's fucking awesome. That was very long and very stupid, but I enjoyed saying that. Okay. Used to be called Damien Neptune. Maybe I feel like I remember that. May I ask for one thing? You'll find out. Oh. Yes, I'm sure that the title is like an in-joke. Like, it has to be with it being that long. But yeah, fucking hilarious. Cracking this way. Just absolute insanity. But yeah, a lot of the returner titles are like that, essentially, where like my 700-year-old dragon wife accidentally sat on my face. I died to go back in time, and now I need to strengthen my face sitting skills so that I can become the world's greatest dragon lover. Or whatever. Yes, it has gotten very long. You're the second person today that's like, man, your hair has gotten very long, because they just jumped in here a year ago. Like, yep. She's growing out. I mean, I can always get behind a princess kicking people's asses. Yeah, Lucis, I was looking at anime that was coming out next year, and there's an anime called The Darwin Incident, where it's a group of people splice a chimpanzee with a human DNA, and it looks very, very interesting. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I'm probably actually gonna wait until the anime comes out to watch an episode, but like, it very much is like, wow, I can't believe that, like, that's a very fucked up thing to do. I really wish they didn't do that. And then Witch Hat Atelier is also coming out next year, which is very exciting. Because that's a very, that manga is so good. But yeah, how have you been, Neptune? Mm. Fair enough. I mean, we were talking about titles that should be shorter, but are, you know, full paragraphs, so. I really hope they have a save point before the end. Yeah, I think it's a joke, but I can't tell. But I really like the Atlas Shrugged bit because that was very, very funny. That's just a very funny thing to put in your title. We based our society after Atlas Shrugged. We just did BioShock quick. It's fine. Oh, my favorite book? Atlas Shrugged. Like, tell me you're a pedophile without telling me you're a pedophile. Okay, the pedophile thing might have been a bit of a stretch, but libertarians really are they do some questionable things. Okay, I don't know what's about to go down here. Oh, that's just it, though, that it's like, okay, yeah, it might be a joke or a parody title, but someone still published it. Oni-chan, my sister can't be this cute. Cough up blood, saying something like that. Straight to jail. Well, this is probably going to be the end of this chapter, and then there's the final chapter, and in my experience, the final chapter is usually only about 20 minutes long. So it just depends on how long the boss fight goes, because I have plenty of healing items and I'm powered up, but usually the bosses have some bullshit instant death thing going on, which makes it very difficult to kill them. But when I had save states, it's a little bit easier because, you know, I can avoid instant deaths. But yeah, well, my hope is that I'll finish it tonight. See, there you go, Liddy. I don't know if that's a real title or if that if you made that up. It was supposed to be perfect. Why? I literally cannot tell. Take her away, but keep a close eye on her. That's the one you're writing? Hell yeah. Yeah. I'll always be with you. Hell yeah. Let's go, Liddy. Is that all the mass fragments? Okay. Am I supposed to leave this area? Or is there other stuff over here? I think the thing that I hate the most about webtoons and light novels and manga that have titles like that is that a lot of the times the worse the title is, the better the show is. And I think that that is what hurts the most. Like, let me think, what's the one that I'm reading? I'm reading a handful, but the one that I just most recently read, Reincarnation of the Suicidal Battle God. That's actually not as long. What's the longest one that I am reading? The Extras Academy's Survival Guide was actually pretty good. The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. That one's actually really, that's a nice one. Okay, maybe I don't read the really long titles, but it's usually like a sentence. Oh, an old man from the countryside becomes a sword saint. I was just a rural sword teacher, but my successful students won't leave me alone. That's the longest one, for sure. Okay, yeah, I cannot hurt her. See, this is what I mean. Always with the bullshit fucking... Oh, I'm immortal. Bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. Running for my life, but these are very tight tights. You can't go very fast in them. I run this shit like cardio. Yeah, the movement is, it's like tank controls, but like it's behind you. Like right now I'm holding down L2 to run, but I don't need to press the direction. It's one of those kind of games. And like you can see her maximum speed is like a mile an hour. This is running. This is full blore running. This is as fast as this bitch gets. I do. She is booking it. You could hear her out of breath. Like, I'm running from some unknowable evil, and then she's like mildly jogging. Yeah. She's running at the same pace that fucking George R.R. Martin is running to finish The Winds of Winter. Or The Words of Winter, whatever it is. Also, I don't know if I'm supposed to be running back, but like, I'm not going back there, so. I thought I was going to be doing a final boss fight in that room, because that's kind of what it looked like, but I guess not. Maybe I gotta go out to the center. Oh. Nope. Okay, sometimes those washer dryer combo manuals can be very informative. I'm just kidding. They can just give you a QR code now. Can't even fucking have a physical manual. I have failed. Father! Father! My impression of what's his face from Resident Evil Code Veronica, Steve, I think his name is. Oh, I wonder if I could make that an audio alert. Hold on. I'll remove this one. Okay. Do I delete it? Oh yeah, there we go. All right. Library, father, resident. Oh yeah, this one. Father! That's going in. Father! All right, there we go. Added the father sound alert. Father! Like one of the greatest line reads of all time. Found a mask fragment. Do I have all the mask fragments now? Perhaps I do. Hesitant Ruka. You go right back to making another mask as soon as you fucking got everybody in the thing killed because your mask wasn't good enough. Father. Otosan. My father, who killed a bunch of people with a mask, now is going back to make another mask, and he is reincarnated. Also, I have a little sister, and she's cute or something. Rukakaka. Ugh. It is pretty disturbing. Oh, Jesus! Oh, 4,143 damage. Holy shit. Absolutely. I was gonna say nutted in him, but that's not the right terminology. Root Eclipse is starting. Man, I absolutely cream pied that guy. Really not the right terms. Okay. Alright, now I just gotta see if this is just the final boss fight or if this is a whole fucking thing. Ruka finally knows the truth. Her father is seeking to fulfill his destiny by completing the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, but Organ Mass on his own daughter and 4 other girls and had Sakia dance the festival in the rite of descent. But the rite did not succeed. Ruka lost her memory and Sakia fell into a death-like slumber. Until one day she awoke. Sakia, who was never supposed to awaken, who could not awaken, the death of her friends, the mass disappearance of the islanders, it was all brought about by the obsessions of one man. Ruka's father, Soya. How can this tragic story be brought to an end? Can Ruka atone for her father's mistakes? The lunar eclipse is near, and Sakia will bring destruction to all. Straight up filled that guy's hole. Man, I gave that guy so many... Absolutely backshotted him into oblivion. I backshotted him into oblivion. Hell yeah, I destroyed his pussy. The moon. Cracking myself up. Oh god. Okay. I guess I don't know. Is there an exit over here? Or is this something that... There must be a hidden entrance. Father was always in here, making his masks. All I remember is the sound of the hammer. His back facing me. I can't remember his face. What did it look like when he turned to face me? Girl, probably nothing good. I have not watched it. I will have to go and watch the new South Park soon. I have been watching the new Smiling Friends, and those have been cracking me up, so... Glad that animated shows have really been doing their jobs. Oh god. It is said that the art of the house of Yomotsuki reached its peak in the time of Soetsu after the Day of Tranquility. The masks he made were feared and all of them were burned. The only ones left are the depictions engraved in the underground shrine in Shugen Temple. The form of the mask of the lunar eclipse must have originated in that shrine. Sitting in front of the engraved mask, I realized the tranquility reached by Soetsu and appreciated the height of his skill. I've approached that skill in the long hours spent at that shrine improving myself, but it's not enough. The sun of inspiration broke through the clouds, and I realized what was missing when Dr. Hayabara showed me that photo. Long ago, Professor Kunihiko Aso came to watch the Rugetsu Kagura. He took photos of it, and in one of those photos I saw it. I saw the mask of the lunar eclipse made by Soetsu. Others may not see it, but I do. I don't know why that long-lost mask appeared in the photo. They say the camera obscura can show the past. Maybe it captured some kind of spiritual remnant of Soetsu. The photo is somewhat distorted, but the intensity of the mask of the lunar eclipse, Soetsu's goal, is captured perfectly. I must surpass Soetsu. I must achieve his life's goal. I must forge the mask of the lunar eclipse. No, so it was all of the good doctor's fault. Or not the doctor's fault, but the professor's fault. The fact that no one has ever seen the hallowed realm does not mean there is no such place. After all, even when the moon is eclipsed and completely hidden from sight, it doesn't cease to exist. There's some holes in that logic, but whatever. Sometimes you can't see the moon, so fairies are real. Maybe think about that one. Put that one in your gullet. In your gull hole. Therefore, the moon is a fairy. I did all I could, used all means available, and created a perfect mask. There was not a single flaw in it, so why did she blossom? Why did the rite of descent fail? Was it the vessel or the organs? Whatever the reason, the resonance has started. Nothing can stop it now. Just like my ancestor Soetsu, I've brought about the Day of Tranquility. I suppose the least I can do is to witness the end with my own eyes. That is all I deserve. I thought Sakio was doomed to wander the void for eternity. But she awoke. Silent and spectacularly, like a flower that opens its petals in the night. The reawakened Sakio walked the island. Everyone who saw her blossomed. Even the ones who tried to escape by sea and the ones who hid in the caverns. She will come for me soon. All I can do is go to the place where I spent so many hours making the mask of the Lunar Eclipse. It's quiet there. I like how we don't actually get an answer to why the hell all of this is actually happening. What happened to my father? Where did he go? There's a breeze blowing from behind the altar. It looks like it can be moved. Move the altar? Like it... And I actually don't have a problem with this, but in these games, it's like, there is a ritual. If it isn't done, hell opens up. And that's it. And there's the consequences that are laid by that, but I feel like American media would be like, well, why is there the hell thing? Can we just like close it quick or whatever? But Japanese media and stuff from other countries is like, no, that is just how it is, and we just need to do the ritual. Otherwise, everyone will die. I just really like that idea that it's like there's no stopping it. It's basically like a force of nature. I wonder if there was like a companion manga to this that sort of details the other girls who died right away. This really does feel like something that would have that. Sakuya, Wandering Island. I'll run this shit like cardio. You should all blossom, blossom, blossom. You should all blossom. Buttercup. And the other one. And Bubbles. Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup. I'm thinking if I should be looking to see how long this final chapter is, or the vibe is that it's only going to be a little bit, but I feel like I've been wrong on that before. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just the ending. It's only going to take a little bit. And then it's like 4 hours later and I'm like, oh my God. Pretty sure that happened with the last game. I'm like, oh, I'm in chapter 8. There's only 12, so it's going to be real quick. And then each chapter was over an hour long. You know how it is. Absolutely believing your own lies, even though you have like no evidence to base them off of. Let's see. Increased maximum number increases spirit points received from taking photos. We'll do storage. Almost was able to completely upgrade her camera. Really wish you could take the points from the other girl and the guy, or at least just the other girl, because I think I only upgraded her stuff like once, but I haven't played as her for a while. Yes, please. And usually in the other games, the last chapter is a little bit of walking. There's like 3 enemies you fight on the path directly to the final boss. So, crossing my fingers that this passage is said passage. I don't know why there's a split in the passage. I don't like that. That makes me think that there's going to be... Okay, no, it is a dead end. Okay. That's all right then. The Rogetsu Kagura is supposed to appease the dead, but I wonder if they really are in such anguish that they need to be appeased. Dr. Haibara's take on the matter is that the souls are collections of memories. They cannot be destroyed. If that's true, then death is nothing but endless memory, endless solitude, and endless suffering. Can we ease the suffering of the dead by destroying those memories? There are masks that can do this. The mask of the vessel lets her lose herself. And the mask of the Lunar Eclipse, forged by Suetsu, also clears all memories for a short time. However, erasing memory would leave nothing behind. Suetsu thought that there were more than oblivion left behind after all memory is lost. Reduce the circle enough and it becomes a point. No matter how small the circle gets, there's always a point left behind. The same goes for people and for souls. Everyone's circle is different, but if you keep shrinking it, it becomes a point. The point of origin from which all have come and the final destination ultimately shared by all. That point is Suetsu's hollowed realm. I'm fascinated by this idea. I believe this has to be the place we come from at the moment of birth, and the place we pass through at the moment we lose ourselves. The hallowed realm is in all of us, so is salvation. Suetsu tried to reach the hallowed realm using the mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Is this not the true purpose of the Rogetsu Kagura? No, the true purpose of the rite of descent? Suetsu stumbled on the road to salvation, but I, Soya Yomatsuki, will forge the true mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Okay. I wonder if I've even gotten 20 dolls. You're supposed to photograph the dolls, and then that gets you the opportunity to get like extra outfits. But also a lot of the outfits are locked behind a paywall, so like, I don't know, kinda sucks. Is this where your daddy died? I feel strangely calm despite the coming of the inevitable end. I spent a lot of time in this place with my mask, in search of Suetsu, devoting myself to improving my art and exceeding even the art of Suetsu's time, and yet I invited the day of tranquility. But now I think that perhaps my mask of the Lunar Eclipse was not a failure. Sakia has blossomed, even more completely and brilliantly than on the last day of tranquility. If, on the next eclipse, Sakia were to perform the rite of descent, she would blossom even further. That blossomed face is precisely the mask of the Lunar Eclipse that Suetsu was searching for. At least that is my final hypothesis. Sayaka will be here soon. Until she comes, I want to stay here and enjoy the silence. Yeah, so when we don't really understand what is going on when it comes to like the blossoming either, is that like the people just seem to die once they see the face sort of like the vessel, the soul, you know, people say there's like your face is represents your soul, so the corruption of your face seems to do something to the soul and fuck it up and cause you to die, at least in this game. And yea, a great disaster did befall the Isle of Rugetsu. The rite of descent being performed, the vessel, wearing the mask of the lunar eclipse, fell into a deep sleep and then did awaken and blossom. And yea, the blossom vessel did resonate and cause many to blossom also, till the island entire was aught but blossomed faces. The blossom ones, being tranquil, were void, and thus were living yet deceased. So cameth the day of tranquility. There were those who, hiding in the primeval passage and offering prayer that this disaster may pass, were saved. Henceforth, of those who, coming to bud, show the signs of blossoming, it is set down that thou must harvest the face. A quick little snip, snip, chop, chop on the face. This looks a lot like the ending of Bloodborne. Specifically the DLC. When you fight the weird orphan of God. They waited a long time to get me with that fucking the ghost hand. They waited like 4 hours. But they finally got they added another one in there. There's been like 3 maybe in the entire game. And just like right at the end. That's people gathered at Torii Gate. Okay. I was just gonna say, now would be a very good time to just do the hands with every time that like ghosts are actually fully reaching for me. But maybe not. How many points do I have? 20? Okay, nice. Okay, let's see. If I reach a save point, I'm going to guess that after that save point should be the end of the game. But I'm also going to have to check what time it is, because I feel like I'm dangerously approaching 1 in the morning. Oh, no, it's only 12:10. Okay, never mind. I thought it was like 1. Suppose I've only been playing for an hour. That was really close to the end. Just 20 more minutes. Just 20 more minutes. Of course, it's just 20 more minutes. Mom, I just need it for 20 more minutes. I swear. Hey, stop dodging to the right. What the fuck? Since when did you just like fully dodge out of the... Okay, that's fucking bullshit. Oh, of course, she's gonna do the face melting thing. She's gonna be very mad at me. Doing this in a long corridor is kind of bullshit, honestly. Not gonna lie. Okay. All right, I have got to go take out my contacts. Okay, that's so much better. Oh, my eyeballs. I was gonna check something on the YouTube. I always forget to bring up my YouTube chat thingy. Weird. Okay, bizarre. Yeah, it's just me currently. Yeah, okay. Interesting. YouTube chatters are bizarre. Let's just try to make sure that um, the person on YouTube wasn't watching, because it's very. Sometimes they pop in for like a minute, and then they leave, and other times they'll watch me for like 15 streams, fully in a row, and then never come back. Maybe it's because most of them are all like 8 years old. I can't tell. Or like probably like 15 to 17. The true mask will finally take shape. Sakia's face is the true mask of the Lunar Eclipse. All will blossom. Leatherface? I hardly know her face. Jesus! I pressed the wrong button. He scared me. Papa! Father! I'm surprised that it just keeps letting me use the strong attack instead of forcing me to not use it, because my points just fill up. Ooh, and like I'm getting some crazy damage numbers here. If one whose face hath become as the mask of the lunar eclipse performeth once more the rite of descent on the night of the moon's eclipse, great resonance occurreth. This great resonance doth consume the island and spread out from it, causing all to blossom. The only way to seal this person is the true mask of the lunar eclipse. Placing it thereon and so performing the rite of descent will send their spirit back to the moon and cause the resonance to cease. Yet no heed is forbidden to look at the face of the one who becometh the mask of the lunar eclipse. Only whilst wearing the mask can thou look at the mask. Yet ye know ye during the doing thus puts thee in peril of blossoming. The rest is illegible. Illegible. So I killed my father, or the ghost of my father, I guess. Maybe not so accurate. He beeth my father, not, no longer. I hope I never have to kill the ghost of my father. I don't really want to do that. I hope I never have to meet a ghost in my lifetime. If ghosts are real, I would rather just, like, not ever have to deal with them. Honestly. I feel like that just sounds like a huge hassle. Theoretically, this should be the final boss. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, this is going up the right thing. So yeah, we should be able to put on the mask and then take down Sakia. Who I just really, really, really hope there is a save point here. Oh, yeah, ghosts. Ghosts are definitely the final boss. Because, like, how the fuck do you fight a ghost? Like, what am I... I honestly don't know. How do you fight a ghost? So I guess the father's back at it. Back at it again. Yeah, this is just like the last game. But they did a whole bunch of annoying shit on a staircase right before the final boss. Like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to fight a bunch of super annoying ghosts on top of a staircase. There, are you done? Thank you very much. Jiminy crickets. Because yeah, I mean, ghosts, theoretically, they could just keep coming back, right? Like, there's nothing really that's stopping them from just reappearing. I mean, they're already dead. I guess I don't really understand what I'm supposed to be looking for here. Are you fucking serious? Die! Oh. I mean, where else was it gonna go? Detroit? Yeah, we all heard it. Wow, nice miss, Dad. Seriously, fucking die. Only now at the end, when everything is about to be lost, do I understand. I followed eagerly in Suetsu's footsteps. I saw what Suetsu did. I thought what he thought. As I did all that he did before me, I became Suetsu. It is ironic that here, on the precipice of death, I have regained some sense of clarity. If the rite of descent is performed again, Saki's blossomed face will become the mask and will blossom even further, but she will only be appeased when next the rite is performed. According to legend, in order to seal the vessel who blossomed on the previous day of tranquility, the rite of descent was performed once more. I can't be certain, but I think that if the vessel is brought back to the state she was in when she received the souls of the dead, her soul will return as well. But what was missing from that rite of descent? Something to appease a troubled soul, to reverberate it and bring it peace. Okay, finally got the mask, I think. Yep, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Oh yeah, save point. Okay, and item. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Save point, please. And I'll just buy a shitload of healing items. Because I can. Then a whole bunch of Type 61 film. Just like, seriously, why not? Okay. And then... Did I get any other costumes? glasses yellow, and the camera obscura hat, which I refuse to wear because I just can't. I just cannot emotionally handle that. All right. Don't you forget about me, even if I forget myself. So, am I gonna fight her in the lighthouse? I don't even remember there being a lighthouse really at any point, so. Oh yeah, there's Mama. Hello, Mama. How are you? Play the moon song. There be on the Isle of Rugetsu a maiden who is guardian of the moon. This maiden playeth the moon sounds and doth protect the moon for all. The isle is abound with myriad forms of moon sound, and for each a distinct spiritual state. One of the moon sounds is the moon song, being a melody that doth let the spirit reach the moon. This moon song is as the soothing beat of the womb, bringing peace. At times disaster may befall the moon, the worst bringing resonance, and that with its blossoming. Being so a disaster of the moon, the maiden playeth the moon song to pacify the troubled moon and souls, allowing said souls to return to the hallowed realm. Okay. Oh, then we're gonna climb on up. I'm so worried that this is gonna be an instant death boss, and I'm just gonna mess it up. I'm glad that they're actually giving me a circular plane to play on instead of fucking doing a corridor. Okay. Not an instant death. Close, but not a fully instant one. Shit, wasted a full fucking, okay. Okay, that could not have been it. The moon song. I have the score from Mother's room, and the guide to decoding it from Father's room, so this is the moon song. The moon song, being a melody to let the spirit reach the moon, being so a disaster in the moon song shall pacify the troubled. Yeah, I just read that. Okay. Why is it so long? Okay. I know this song. I've heard it before. You dropped the mask? Oh my god, girl. Oh. Is the detective taking over? Well, good, because he's already dead, so... I'm also pretty sure that they were lovers. Well, good on him. Being a ghost with a fucking purpose instead of just haunting people. That's pretty spooky. Was that really the final fight that I just blazed through in like a couple seconds? I mean, at the beginning of the game, the ghost fights were pretty intense, but they really sort of lost their strength at the end there. I'm sure if I played it on hard or expert, it probably wouldn't be like that, but I'm sure this song is copyrighted too. Fuck. Dad, are you gonna become Space Nut too? Yep. Wait! Come back! No, I think those spirits need to be exorcised. I really do not think that they need to stick around. Do the spirits just get thrown into the ocean? Because that's actually super funny. They don't really get exercised as much as the ghosts just get thrown into the bottom of the ocean. That kind of rules, actually. Yeah. Please skip the cutscene. It's like Jason in the last part of Friday the 13th, part 4 or 7, or whatever one it is. Okay. Rank D. Oh, suppose I did not get a lot of Hozoki dolls. Mission mode, stop lens, sense unlocked, Yukata, stripe, schedule. Whatever, I beat the fucking game. That's all that really matters. Okay, and time for the ceremonial. Is there another ending that I can just look up and watch on YouTube? Let's see. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse endings. That website's not loading. It said there's supposed to be a different ending depending on the difficulty. Let's see.
A block and love what keeps having an impossible dream.
Okay, final phase. Photograph ending. Is there a separate ending? Yeah, I don't know if there actually is a separate ending. What about a speed run? Also, I'm pretty sure this is only chapter. Okay. I'm gonna guess that they don't. There is not actually a different ending that actually matters. Okay. Well, that was Fatal Frame 4. One last Fatal Frame game to play. And then I will be done with Fatal Frame as a series. It'll be very interesting. I have been enjoying the series so far, but as always, it is almost 1 in the morning.